two of the Democrats' shutdown. Let's make absolutely clear what's happening here. Real pain is being inflicted upon the American people because 44 Democrats in the Senate have voted for the third time to reject the completely nonpartisan, completely clean, very simple 24-page continuing resolution.
Give incredible.
I just wanted to back it up so you can hear what he says about the American people. They don't give a fuck about the American people, man. Okay? They don't give two shits. They want to bring the pain to you people, as he just stated.
Medicare, the Cadillac Medicare to illegal immigrants. And what that does is it keeps them coming into our country, and like they do in California, and no country can afford that.
Day two of the Democrats' shutdown. Let's make absolutely clear what's happening here. Real pain is being inflicted upon the American people because 44 Democrats in the Senate have voted for the third time to reject the completely nonpartisan, completely clean, very simple 24-page continuing resolution that we passed in the House here 2 weeks ago. Now, why did we do that?
To the American people who are watching, the reason your government is shut down at this very minute is because, despite the fact that the overwhelming majority of congressional Republicans and even a few moderate Democrats supported opening the government, the Chuck Schumer AOC wing of the Democratic Party shut down the government because they said to us, we will open the government, but only if you give billions of dollars of funding for health care for illegal aliens.
First government shutdown in nearly 7 years. Yes, this is happening. It officially began at midnight because lawmakers and President Trump failed to reach a deal. Both sides are now in a bitter fight over spending priorities and blaming the other. According to one estimate, up to 750,000 workers could be furloughed every day, costing them $400 million in pay every day.
750,000 employees furloughed every day. That's crazy. That is insane right there. And trust and believe, they finna draw this thing out. And just like the other dude said, it's going to bring pain to the American people. And that's, you can find that in the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter. All right? Pangs shall take hold of the people, man. All right? As a woman in travail. Distress. Luke, the 21st chapter. With perplexity. Not being able to pay bills. But the landlord still want his rent. The electric company still want they money to keep your lights on. The gas company still want their money to keep your gas coming in, so you can have warm, so you can be warm in the winter, throughout this fall and winter. Okay? These people still gonna want their money, but you're gonna have people not getting paid. And what's that gonna do? It's gonna cause a domino effect from federal government workers all the way down to the regular worker. Okay? It's going to be a domino effect of things just totally spiraling out of control to the point to where it's just going to be a big ball of chaos, confusion, anarchy, and unrest. That's what's getting ready to happen. Okay? That's what's getting ready to happen, man. Lord will, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, that's what's getting ready to happen. All right, this is why you must repent. Okay, repent so that the Lord can protect you in these times. Okay, like I quoted Isaiah the 13th chapter. I believe it's like the 7th to 8th verse. All right, pain shall like a woman in travail. This is what's getting ready to come to the American people, and once the pain starts, it won't stop until Yahweh Shai returns, man. Okay? It won't stop because it's going to be a continual mind fucking, for lack of a better word, and fear to break you down so that you can fall right into the lap of the U.S. government, this beast system, and accept their MOTV so that you can get those provisions that they're gonna offer. All right, we here, man.
This is the type of thing you've said about shutdowns in the past. Let's listen.
What if I persuaded my caucus to say I'm going to shut the government down? I'm going to not pay our bills unless I get my way. It's a politics of idiocy, of confrontation, of paralysis. Shutting down government over a policy difference is self-defeating. We can never hold American workers hostage again. While the CR bill is very bad, the potential for a shutdown has consequences for America that are much, much worse.
In day 2 of a government shutdown, and President Trump is threatening mass layoffs of federal workers. For more on all this, Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson, who's been blaming Democrats for all of it, joins us now to expand on those thoughts and more. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for joining us. My first question is an easy one. Is any negotiation going on right now on Capitol Hill?
There's no negotiation right now because the Democrats have dug in. You say I'm blaming.
No negotiation. And all you keep hearing is because the Democrats, because the Republicans. To hell with what the American people getting ready to suffer. These people that you're seeing, they not finna suffer. The ones that's finna suffer are you consumers here in Babylon, mainly you Israelites. You're the ones that's getting ready to suffer because what's going to come with it? Medicare, Medicaid is going to be slashed. Your SNAP slashed. Food stamp slashed. Section 8 slashed. All right? Which all of this is speeding up the process of the big, beautiful bill that was passed going back in August. All right? It's just speeding that process up. That's all that's happening. Okay? People won't be getting monies, man. They won't be getting the bare necessities in order for them to survive, to live. All right? This is why I quoted 2 Ezra 8 and 50, man. Many great miseries. Okay? And these people don't give a shit about the average 9-to-5 working American, especially if you are the Israelite stock. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. They don't give a shit about y'all. Trust and believe that, man. All right? And you getting ready to witness it.
The Democrats, I mean, these are objective facts. We passed in the House more than 2 weeks ago a clean continuing resolution. There's no partisan pills in this. There's no Republican priorities. It's just an extension of current funding, Tony.
Right. And when you understand what he's talking about, the extension of current funding is basically the big, beautiful bill playing out. That's what the Republicans proposed. But the Democrats said, no, we want to be able to pay for health care for working Americans. And the Republicans are saying that it's for illegal immigrants. But it's really about speeding up the process of that big, beautiful bill. This is what this is all about, man. All right? They're going to bring you to your knees, and then they're going to offer you the solution. All right? You constantly hear the apostles speak about the problem, reaction, solution. All right? The Hegelian dialect. Pressure from above, pressure from below. This is another round of it, so to speak, for lack of a better word. And I believe this round is getting ready to be a round to really put the squeeze on the American people. Okay? Low income housing, that's going to be gone. All these different benefits and goodies that you get from the government. And you know who's going to suffer the most? The Israelite woman. All right? In that big ass Section 8 house with her 5 or 6 kids. All right? Them food stamps, getting about 1,000, 1,200 a month food stamps. Okay? Child care. All this stuff that you see our people, especially the Israelite woman, and you got Edomites that benefit from those as well. All of that is getting ready to be revoked. Remember, that was a part of the big, beautiful bill for them to cut those things. And by this shutdown, it's just speeding up the process. That's why the Republicans said we just going to continue. This is what we propose. Let everything continue as it is. But the Democrats say no, because it's still going to be cutting everything that's in the big, beautiful bill. And we need to fund people who are working. We need to give these people health care and this, that, and the third. All right? So this is all playing into the hands of the elite of speeding up this process to bring this place down to its knees. That's all this is, man.
So that we can keep the government open until November 21st to allow the appropriators in both parties to continue their good work. They've been working.
At midnight, Donald Trump and Republicans shut the federal government down because they don't want to provide health care to working class Americans. Leader Schumer and myself met with President Trump and legislative leaders on Monday. We had a conversation that was designed to avoid a painful government shutdown and address the Republican health care crisis.
They still talking about a painful. It's going to be painful, all right? Because it's going to speed up the process of that big, beautiful bill playing out. And people are going to see that it ain't no joke. Not to mention the tariffs that are kicking in, all right? You're going to see a skyrocket in groceries in the stores. All right, you're going to see a skyrocket in taxes. Okay, that's why they keep using that word painful. It's going to be painful to the American people, not to these politicians. All right, because they still get paid.
Subsequent to that meeting, we heard nothing from any of the legislative leaders on the Republican side. And the president has been engaging in irresponsible and unserious behavior, demonstrating that all along, Republicans wanted to shut the government down.
Cyber experts are saying, look out for people trying to take advantage of this shutdown and scam you out of money. Watch your emails, watch your phone calls, don't give away personal information. Be very skeptical of anybody reaching out during this shutdown.
I have no idea what's going on with the shutdown. These are the only two things you need to know. The Democrats refused to sign a budget bill that will cause us to lose a ton of health care. They're not asking for more. They're just saying to the Republicans, hey, can we keep what we have? And if we lose it, a lot of people are going to pay double for their health care. And the Republicans refused to negotiate, so government got shut down. The second thing is that you're going to hear this lie that the Democrats want to give health care to the illegals. And I hate to tell you, but undocumented people can't get health care. You're literally just being lied to. That's all.
As we speak here this morning, there are hundreds of thousands of federal workers who are getting their furlough notices. Nearly half of our civilian workforce is being sent home. These are hardworking Americans who work for our federal government. Our troops and our Border Patrol agents will have to go to work, but they'll be working without pay. Food assistance, veterans benefits, and...
You hear that? They, Border Patrol, all right, they all going to have to be working without pay. How long do you think that's going to last until they say, I'm not fucking going to work? Fuck, I'm going to work for it and I ain't getting paid. You know, I ain't going to be able to put gas in my vehicle. A lot of these people that do have these federal jobs, they're commuters. They commute to work. You know what I'm saying? After a week, 2 weeks of not getting paid, savings dwindling, they won't even have a way to work. Okay? And then you don't have those ways to work. Now you're short-staffed. You're short-staffed in the TSA. You're short-staffed in the Border Patrol, police. You're completely short-staffed. And then crime is going to go up because people are going to be home. And then once they find out that, you know, the police is short-staffed and, you know, society's crumbling down, there's going to be that much more enticing to go out and commit crime. All right? Because the law will be short-staffed. You see how calculated this is? Not only is it calculated as far as things spiraling out of control, but the climate as far as the time. Remember, Yahushua said, pray that your flight come not in the winter. All right? Believe that's Matthew the 24th chapter. All right? Pray your flight come not in the wintertime. You know? It's really going down out here, man. Let's let this little bit play, and then I got a couple more scriptures in mind of this whole
support for women and children are all coming to a halt. Now, thankfully, President Trump is trying to mitigate the damage as much as possible. His administration is working to limit the harm to the American people.
So the American people woke up this morning and asked the obvious question: why is the government shut down right now? The answer is pure partisan politics being played by the Democrat Party. The Democrats shut down the government because President Trump and the Republicans will not force American taxpayers to pay for free health care for illegal aliens.
Donald Trump just shut down the U.S. government, and here's what's about to happen. The government has officially run out of money, leaving over 750,000 federal workers without pay. Police, FBI agents, and Border Patrol officers are still forced to work, but with zero paychecks, pushing thousands of families to the edge. National parks will shut their gates. Millions of tourists will be turned away, and small businesses depending on that traffic will collapse. Economic research frozen, education and defense grants on pause. New medicines won't be approved. Lawsuits across the country will stall, and justice delayed could mean justice denied for countless Americans.
We can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad for them and irreversible by them. Like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like. They're taking a risk by having a shutdown because of the shutdown, we can do things medically and other ways, including benefits. We can cut large numbers of people out. We don't want to do that, but we don't want fraud, waste, and abuse.
Do you think that the OMB, the executive branch, should use this shutdown as an excuse to permanently fire federal workers?
Well, I can tell you right now, the president has been a benevolent president. He is mitigating the harm right now. OMB has not come out of the blocks and fired a bunch of people. That's not what's happening.
But do you think they should?
Well, it provides an opportunity. Chuck Schumer has provided the Trump White House with an opportunity to downsize the government on priorities and policies and personnel.
Complete madness. Complete madness. This place is over with, man. You know what I'm saying? This place is done. You can stick a fork in it and call it a day. All right? It's done. All right? It's finished. All right? It's done. Okay? Now, the couple scriptures I was thinking about, Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, that whole 12th chapter in the Bible speaks about these times. All right? The grinding is going to get low. The keepers of the house are trembling. And you just witnessed a lot of the keepers of the house, the politicians. All right? Speaking about how painful it's getting ready to be for the American people. All right? You can go to that, read that chapter, Ecclesiastes 12, and then Isaiah the 55th chapter. You can start at the top, reading down to maybe the 13th verse. Okay? Because I believe in that chapter it speaks about seeking the Lord while he may be found. Because real soon the Lord ain't going to be able to be found. All right? Real soon you won't be able to find the Lord. You won't be able to find the videos that edified you, all right, on these things that's happening. All right? And marrying them with the scriptures. Because they done took over social media. It's just a matter of time before they start taking the videos off of there. All right? So we here. We going to keep saying it. We are here, man. We're going to constantly keep warning. Okay? Because that's our job, pursuant to Ezekiel's 2nd chapter, Ezekiel's 3rd chapter, Ezekiel 33rd chapter. All right? And many other scriptures. Okay? Jeremiah 28:8 speaks about the prophets before us, before thee, and before the prophets of old, roughly paraphrasing. These are the things that they prophesied about of the downfalls of kingdoms. All right? When you read the different books of the prophets, most of the time, majority of the time, the message was not sweet. Okay? The message was about a change, a drastic change that was getting ready to happen. And in this case, in Babylon the Great, as the Lord prescribed to the disciples, going back to the Acts, the 1st chapter, when he told them that ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Judea, Samaria, and to the uttermost parts of the earth. All right? And we're in a time to where we're witnessing here in the uttermost parts of the earth. Okay? Not only are we witnessing of Yahushua and testifying of Yahushua, giving you the testimony of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecy. All right? We're doing it here in the uttermost parts of the earth. Warning that it's about to go down, man, and it ain't going to be pretty. And your only way of protection is through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. That is it. I don't give a damn how well prepped you are. Okay? If you don't have the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua dwelling within you, okay, you won't have that sense of peace that Yahushua offers. Okay? As it is written, in me you shall have peace, but in the world you shall have tribulation. All right? Great tribulation is upon the people of Babylon, and especially concerning the Israelites. Okay? Great tribulation is upon you people. All right? And it's not going to be pretty. So, with that, man, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, close this video out. Like I said, this was an in transit. You know, Jake on the road, man, and I got to get these shows up, you know. And Lord will, it was edifying to the hopeful elect. Lord will, later on this morning, it was edifying to the hopeful elect. Lord will, later on this morning, Spirit's still on me. I can do another show when I get to my destination. So again, Lord will, this was exhorting and edifying to the hopeful elect, giving all praise unto Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai. We on to the next video. Shalom.